Friday, 95 degrees.
I ain't trying to let me go live.
It say live.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram trying to go.
You want to?
All right, there we go. And we are live. Tell them about the network.
Welcome to the No Breaks Network, your home for education and entertainment, righteousness and ratchetness, where we are never content with just content. No breaks.
Guys! JB, what's the name of the podcast?
It's A Pod Named Kickback. A Pod Named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. You know what I ain't played in a long time? Where's my Cat Williams drop?
A long time.
Cat Williams, where you at?
Oh yeah, that's been a minute.
No bullshit. Did I lose it?
He started off 2025, right?
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
I ain't played that in a minute. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You know.
Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Facebook. It's been a minute. Instagram. It's been a minute.
What's happening?
What's happening? I wanted to go live on all these different platforms today because I got some good shit to talk to y'all about, man.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm gonna do it before we even get into the high-low. I'm gonna do it right now. So we are bringing back the Patreon. So the No Breaks Network does consist of A Pod Named Kickback, Kickback Sports, Random Ass New Thought, That's That with Jack, and now we're adding Kickback Travels. Now, a lot of y'all saw the episode where Jack broke down their trip to Jamaica. And a lot of people love that and love hearing about the KFC, how good it is. It's like the Roof Chris and all this. Everybody was all excited about the KFC in Jamaica and then the resort, and you got to go into the actual town, meet the real people. All of that shit could be its own episode. In fact, we are going to redo that one just for Kickback Travels. But I got a homegirl, Heidi, who's on the podcast, just went to Greece. We're doing that episode this week. I got a girl, Camry, who's in Africa. She's going to be there for 30 days. Definitely got to talk about that. My man Shmi, part of the Five, he was just at Martha's Vineyard, which a lot of us don't really talk about going, but there's some black luxurious shit that we need to be hip to. We'll talk about that. And we're going to have some interviews and some one-on-one conversations. So the Patreon is going to be fire. It's going to be flooded. It's coming back. We used to have, I think it was $3, $5, $10 tiers, and it was $5, $10, $20 tiers. I don't know what the tiers are going to be, but I can tell you this. You're going to get on the bottom tier at least one new episode a week, one exclusive episode a week. If you're on the second tier, it'll be 2 of those. If you're on the third tier, it'll be 3 or 4 of those per week. So we're going in. The content game is about to go crazy. I'm about to have Jack doing vlogs and shit every goddamn day. It's about to get lit. And I just want you guys to know about that. So subscribe to the Patreon. Right now with A Pod Named Kickback. I may change it to the No Breaks Network. We'll figure it out. Right now, today, go find it, A Pod Named Kickback, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is No Breaks New, and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Christian Mingle. It's every damn weird. Just get
Christian Mingle.
We definitely on Christian Mingle. Definitely on Christian Mingle. But I wanted to make that announcement to you guys. Jack, what you think about this? Anything you want to add about all this new content?
Yes, you guys definitely need to tune in because, of course, on the Patreon, we could talk a little bit better, a little bit deeper, and a little bit more adult. So, especially on the Patreon, we're going to have a lot of information with that. That's with Jack talking about sexual health. We're seeing that there are a lot of there's a spike in all the STD cases in a lot of these states in our country. So we just want to make sure we give y'all the information needed to protect yourself, to be aware of the stats, to know what's going on, and just better ways that you can protect yourself and increase sexual connections and all kind of stuff that goes along with it. So make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe.
For sure. And having said that, it's been a while since the episodes were on YouTube the last 2 weeks. So the audio, all of our listeners on Apple and Spotify, etc., were like, where the hell the podcast? That's why you got to subscribe to YouTube. You never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe. And now, let's get into our high and low of the week.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
Ladies first?
I'll go first. So, my high is definitely, I am from the south side of Georgia, Clayco, better said. So right now, it's been like a couple hours now. So right now, Ciara and Teyana Taylor are shutting down the south side at DBS Sounds for both of their album releases. And they have the lines wrapped around the building, I've heard, for hours. So I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting Ciara. She is from the south side. She is from Riverdale. So it is a beauty that she came back to Riverdale to make sure that she got to rub elbows with the people that have supported her and have seen her journey along the way. So that was my high. My low is just this temperature changing. And Clayton County, I had got an email saying that there's an outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth disease. So you guys make sure you are protecting your kids. Make sure they are using hand sanitizer and make sure they are washing their hands after they use the bathroom before they go eat. Everything, because it's getting into the fall and winter months. So we already know how those sicknesses can come into play with these kids because they're around other kids. They're exposed. So make sure you're doing what you need at home so you protect your kid at home and that they have the boosted immune system to go out into the world.
Yeah, and baby mamas, women with children, do that. Don't come back around me because your kid got some shit. Don't be making me sick because you ain't get your kid with the foot and mouth out the, you know what I'm talking about? Shit, I gotta put a condom on my face to be around you.
Oh my gosh.
Mask. I don't know.
Right, just put a mask
on. High low. My low. I did have a low this week. I don't like it, but I did. I just had one of them days, man. And we're gonna talk about this in a little bit with our kickback conversation. But I had one of those. I had to take a mental health day. Just it was a lot going on with JB birthday and just a lot. It was a lot of things going on, and I wasn't my best self spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I kind of fell off a little bit. And I'm a little bummed about that because I hate when the world can dictate my mood. I hate when my emotions dictate my actions. You know what I'm saying? That is one of my biggest kryptonites is letting my emotions control my actions. And we'll talk about that. That's the amygdala. But I hate that for me. But on, my high of the week was bro birthday, and I got everybody talking. His cousins calling me, I'm calling them, and the crew calling. We all talking and we celebrating and we're having positive memories and just kind of going, all right, man. He would have been 50. I'm 49 now. I'll be 50 next year. What do I want 50 to look like? And just like, all right, man, shake that shit off. We ain't letting them, all down and all pouting and all sad. Fuck that. being happy at all costs. I watched the Boosie video today, interview. He was like, I'm not dwelling on shit. I'm just gonna be happy. I was like, that's right, Boosie. He was like, my past so fucked up. If you knew all the shit I went through, think about it no more. Fuck all that shit. I'm just happy. And I was like, that's right, Boosie. Me too. I'm just happy. So that was my high and low of the week. One of my highs is this episode because I think this is gonna be a really good one. And some real good information. I was talking to one of my exes, so I'm gonna bring her on. I'm gonna do a kickback conversation somewhere. I think it will be fascinating. She thinks it's gonna be boring. I think it will be fascinating to hear us talk. We broke up like 20 years ago, but depending on what day if you were like a fly on the wall, you would listen to us talk. Like, you think we're still together, or you think we brother and sister, or you think we are exes. It just, and I was like, I think everybody has one ex like that. And she was like, no, I think that's just our crazy ass. What you think, Jack?
I definitely agree that yes, you do have somebody like that in your life, and it's crazy because not a lot of people can accept that. Because and it's funny that you said that because I've been watching King's Court on Peacock, and one of the wrestlers,
That's a wrestler. What is that? What's King's Court?
King's Court is basically, so it's Tyrese, this wrestler, and this other guy. I forgot the names of them, but they go on there trying to find their queen. So they bring a bunch of women on there. So it's a reality show. So, but anyway, the wrestler was he brought, when the family comes, you're able to bring your family, and he brought his best friend that he said, and one of his homeboys, his best friend was his ex. So when he had some of the girls come over there, one of them had it. When she found out, like, her whole face just changed, and he was like, "Oh, she don't like that." She feels threatened already. But I think it's a beautiful thing when you're able to have ex as a friend and you keep things platonic. And sometimes you have to protect that connection yourself, which is between the two of you, because outside people will always, oh, y'all are still messing. They can throw negative stuff at it when there's nothing negative about it. I think we tend to just, and I knew we always talk about this, where we always sing the men against the women, men against the women, men against the women. We see that so much that we can embrace when you can actually be friends with somebody and it be nothing sexual. It's a friendship. It's a connection that is beyond a breakup. It's a connection beyond the relationship. It's connection beyond family sometimes. So I think we need to stop thinking that it's always got to be something sexually connected to that person, because that could be your soulmate as far as a friendship. Has nothing to do with sex. It could be your friendship soulmate. So we have to, and a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand it because they have their own triggers and trauma of dealing with somebody that said that and it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I think that's a beautiful thing that you guys have that
connection. I just went real quick. I don't even want to make this a big conversation, but real quick, I got into a discussion on that on Facebook today, and everybody, these girls was mad at me. I think you saw the post, Jack. The post was it says I retweeted somebody else who said it. It says, I need a real woman to make me feel safe enough to rest in my masculinity. And then my caption was, this sounds as ridiculous as some of y'all ladies do. Like, you need a woman to let you be comfortable being masculine. And
it's funny that you said that, because you reposted it and one of my homeboys reposted with your same response. He was like, what kind of crap is that?
Because I'm thinking, like, because people do that. Because of their past traumas. And the girl tried to, I'm going to read y'all what she said, because she thought she was reading me. And I was like, man, no. It sounds ridiculous.
Well, read this read that she thought she had read you.
Right. It's not a difficult concept to understand. She was sassing me from the jump. If you grew up in a household where there was constant thievery, it would take you a while to trust anyone in your home before you feel comfortable and confident in them to relax. Now apply that to relationships. This is her voice, not mine. If your past is filled with nothing but cheaters, you may check your partner's phone and question their intent in the beginning. However, after a while, that reassurance and them then showing you what they are, that they are a quality person, then your fears will subside and you can be your natural self instead of always waiting for them to betray you. And I responded, go to therapy.
But when do adults?
Relationships to me.
My argument with that is, when as an adult do you stop blaming everybody else and you actually are your natural self, like she says and claim, without anything affecting your natural self? Why are you allowing somebody else in your trauma to direct your future as an adult?
I agree. I told her, and we were talking about this. It's all leads into. I said, "Ma'am, that's your amygdala. You're a victim to your amygdala and not using the full function of your frontal lobe. Heal. You cannot control a partner. The only thing you can control is you. If you haven't healed from your past traumas, don't come to me damaged hoping I fix you. Heal yourself and engage in healthy love. No excuses, only results count. Respectfully, fuck your past. I wasn't there. Come healed or stay single. Be accountable for your past traumas. Study the amygdala and why it prevents you from feeling safe. Matter of fact, watch tonight's podcast at 7. I'm going to discuss it in detail." And
that was smart.
probably a little sassy, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, you can't blame your new partner. You can't blame someone for not making you feel safe when you're already unsafe. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame me for not healing you. Heal yourself. Come to me healed. It ain't my job to heal you. It's my job to love whatever version you bring me, but it ain't my job to heal you. You got to do the work. And that's why I say, I also said in that post, I'm masculine no matter what woman I'm with. I'm me. I'm not me. You don't dictate who I am. You can bring out maybe the best in me, or you could be someone who brought out the worst in me, but I'm me. I don't need permission to be masculine. I don't need a particular woman so that I can be masculine. I am masculine.
And you still have to show accountability. How you treat that person. If you make them feel peaceful and safe, you get a different person. If you're in their life and you're causing drama, you're going to get a different person because they're on the defense now. But if they feel safe and peaceful, you're going to get the best version of them. That's what I understand. Some people don't understand with relationship. If you are, make sure you're pouring into that person's peace, vice versa, your relationship flow. But if there's any type of drama or past trauma, or you haven't dealt anything, or you haven't, like you said, been going through the healing process, okay, I could be the best person. I could be healed, peaceful, and everything. But even a peaceful person has their limits and boundaries. And if you poke long enough, either you're going to get cut off or it's going to be a very turbulent relationship, and you're not going to get the version of me that you want because of what you're bringing
100%. 100%. Yeah. And sometimes I need to meditate, or maybe you need to do some goat yoga. I want to see my homegirl answer. She was doing goat yoga, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? I just saw it on her Instagram.
I'm good on the goat yoga.
Let me see if she answers. She can tell us what it is. Ma'am?
I'm in the car. What?
Okay, do not say anything incriminating. You are live on the podcast. What is goat yoga? And why were you doing it?
Why would you do that? It's what it sounds like. It's goat yoga.
So the video I saw, she was doing yoga or doing stretch. I didn't know what she was doing. She was doing something, and it was like goats crawling on her. Is that literally what it is?
It is. So you're there doing yoga, and then you have a yoga instructor there, but then there's also people there that's, helping, they're releasing the goats or whatever, and they're walking around, and the goats are just doing whatever the heck they want to do. Pretty much. They're not, luckily we didn't get peed on or anything.
I was just about to ask, do they pee and poop on you?
Yes. I was so happy that did not happen because they're not trained. They're literally baby goats, and they're outside in their homes or whatever that they created for them in the back. But yeah, for the most part, they chewing your hair. Like, I had to have my hair tied up because there was one, they named him Chewy or whatever because he likes to chew on your hair. I've had a few. They was tagging my little pony, my little bun I had on top of my head. But yeah, they just jump on you.
What is the point?
I don't know. There is no point.
they didn't give you some spiritual thing, like this is a spiritual healing thing, and the goats when they nothing. See, I know you're not afraid of being around goats because I'm the goat and you've been around me, so you're used to being around me. I get it. You used to being around the goat. You know, greatest of all time.
I'll be telling my story of surviving that.
So, how'd you feel after you were done?
Dirty, itchy, you know.
Oh,
so like goats.
It's a lovely experience.
On my hands. But it was really like she really did like a whole like we really were doing yoga. Like she really was you know, walking us through different yoga stances, like all of that. Like we did like a quick little meditation type thing before the goats came out or whatever. And yeah, it was fun though. It was really fun. I would do it again actually.
All right, well, take me and Jack next time you do it. Gotcha. Give us a heads up.
I'm coming in a hazmat suit. I'm coming with a hazmat suit. I'm not getting, you know.
Right.
I don't. It does seem quirky and like kind of fun, but it seemed weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they goats here?
And they also have, well, this particular one, they had cow coddling or something like that, where you can go for that too. Like they had different things that you can do. But have you ever seen the ones with the puppies? Like you're doing yoga and there's puppies running around.
No,
like, it's a video on. I'll have to send it to you. It's a video on TikTok, and it's a black guy laying down doing yoga, and it's a puppy just licking and eating his beard because he had coconut oil in his beard.
Okay. Okay.
It was cute.
It sounds like bestiality to me, but I hear you. I
guess.
Lord. That, you know, whatever floats your boat. Right. But thank you for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bring you back so I can argue with you about something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but be on the lookout for a call.
All right, make sure I take my Tylenol before you call.
I'll text you to take your Tylenol prior to.
Bye.
Bye. Have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of it. I don't see the purpose in it because when I've taken yoga, regular yoga, it's all about concentration. It's all about relaxation. It's all about, you know, keeping the mind calm. So I would be like, I can't do this yoga with these goats running around and might get peed on, and I'm not gonna be relaxed.
Yeah, I love yoga. My favorite yoga is Bikram or Hatha, which is the hot yoga. What up, brother? Right. The hot yoga. So they couldn't be in that studio; they would die. You know, it's 95 degrees in the studio, and you do all the yoga. You do certain yoga moves, a lot of stretching, of course, in yoga, but you're like dripped in sweat, like drip, like you can't,
because you're sweating out all the toxins while you're doing the yoga,
and you have to take a shower before you leave. I mean, I guess you could get in your car like that, but you are literally soaking wet from head to toe. Every time I've done, I'm just taking a shower there. I'm not getting in my car. Yeah, if I'm soaked head to toe, because it's not like you get a little sweaty. You're in a studio for 45 minutes, 95 degrees.
You are sweating on your mat. Your mat is
doing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But yeah, hey Burger, have you ever heard of goat yoga? If any of you guys have heard of this or done anything like this, please respond. Please comment, because that is crazy. And now I want to get into our kickback conversation. I just want to have a little fun with that because I saw it and was like, "You're doing what?" I don't want to get into something serious right now. We touched on it a little bit. Let's touch on it a little bit more.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
The amygdala. Me and JB did an episode about this maybe 5 years ago. As I was in therapy dealing with different things, I was introduced to the. Burger said, "Nope, never heard of it." I was introduced to different concepts. I personally suffer from depression and what we call anger anxiety. My most comfortable emotion is anger, because anger feels big and strong. So if you were to hurt my feelings, instead of going to my sadness, I would go to anger. If you embarrass me, instead of going to embarrassment or blessing, I would go to anger. So whenever I felt anxious, I was most comfortable in my anger, which made me a very aggressive person. Made me very rage-filled. You know, the dude that always want to fight, that became me. You know, You say good morning, I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I was like this rage-filled dude.
Dang, bro, just said good morning.
Right. Because I didn't know how to deal with I wouldn't go to the place that allowed me to deal with those real emotions.
Right.
Because this may sound ironic, but I'm very, very sensitive.
Big KC said confirms. Confirms.
he would know, you know what I'm saying? Imagine me, 5'9", 100, probably 5'7", 160 pounds, trying to fight Burger, who's shit that time probably 6'3", 6'4", 250, you know what I'm saying? He just, got a hand on my forehead like, little guy, if you don't think little ass going somewhere. It's a chemical imbalance. It is because of the amygdala. The amygdala, I'm going to give you guys the real definition in a minute, but I'm going to say
break it down for us. Break it down.
I'm going to give you just a little bit right here. It's like your fight, flight, freeze responses. It houses your memory. So when you see something,
Nike.
I'm just getting calls. Do not say anything incriminating. You have called me while I am live on my podcast. You are live.
Hey. Happy August.
Oh, thank you. Happy August to you too. I didn't know if you was watching the pod and had a comment, or you just randomly calling.
I wasn't. It just crossed my mind, so I was saying, hey.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. What's going on in the ATL? Oh man, I will debrief you. I will hit you and get you up to date. But we're talking about the amygdala. You familiar with the amygdala?
In the brain, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I knew you would be. So we're talking about that and the fight, flight, freeze responses, and how when I was younger, I used to get angry and just be ready to fight and go off for what seemed like no big reason, but it was the amygdala telling me a little story that it shouldn't have been telling me. Before I let you go, do you have any experience with the amygdala? Anything you want to add? Uh-oh. You still there?
20 years ago.
Ma'am, were you cussing at me? You said 40 years ago. Are you cussing? and by the way, Burger this night. So you know who. Burger's in the comments watching the podcast. So just so you know who called.
Hey. No, I just think we're super helpful. We have vocabulary we didn't have before, so we can name those things and teach our kids better coping skills and what we didn't get back in the day.
Yeah, I think that back in the day, like he crazy, he kirking, he be going off, he got anger issues, whatever terms.
He tweaking.
Tweaking, yeah, but we didn't know what to actually what to call it, because when you name something, one, you give yourself dominion over it, but two, when you name something, you can categorize it. And that helps you to understand. Burger said, "What's up?" By the way, it helps you to understand it a little bit better. But I'm gonna get back to the pod. I'm gonna hit you when I'm done.
Okay.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
Peace. Let's see. That was my high school girlfriend. I should have said something. We talked about being friends with exes.
Yeah.
She married with I think her son is like 8 or 9 now. She been married for over a decade. But anyway, the amygdala. So the amygdala tells you a story. When something happens, your prefrontal cortex will notice it, and then it goes to a processing phase. Your amygdala is like a smoke detector. It goes immediately with a result. Run, move, fight, punch him, kick him, yell. It doesn't process anything. It doesn't go, because let's say like you get bit by a dog. Actually, before I go into that, let me define it first. But I want to give you that little heads up. So your amygdala will go on past trauma, and it'll make you have a past trauma response to something that happened now because it feels familiar. If you got cheated on when you were younger, because the guy always hit his cell phone. If you see a guy put his cell phone to the side, and you go, "Oh, that's the same thing my ex did. You're cheating," and then you go off on him. That's the amygdala making you have that irrational response without doing the real knowledge of the situation. But the amygdala is Greek. It's Latin from Greek. It almost translates to almond. It's like the almond size. Is a paired nuclear complex present in the cerebral hemispheres of vertebrates. It is considered part of the limbic system in primates. It is located medially within the temporal lobes. It consists of many nuclei, each made up of further subnuclei. The subdivision most commonly made is into the basolateral central cortical and medial nuclei together with the intercalated cell clusters. The amygdala has a primary role in processing of memory, decision-making, and emotional responses, including fear, anxiety, and aggression. The amygdala was first identified by Carl Friedrich Burdock. Having said that, the prefrontal cortex takes in some outside information. The amygdala says, I remember that shit. The last time that shit happened, it hurt. That shit sucked. And it tells the brain stem, we got to get going. Prefrontal cortex, get the fuck up out of here. We got to go. This shit hurt. We don't like it. Or yell at him or smack him. Or amygdala, in my experience, is a liar. The amygdala will make somebody say good morning to you sound like, bitch, I'll kill you. You be like, who you say good morning to? You know what I'm saying? The amygdala, it's a liar. And the quote I just gave you, it kind of paints the picture. While the prefrontal cortex is busy processing new information, the amygdala is busy sounding the alarm based on painful experiences, prompting the brainstem to initiate an urgent survival reaction. Have you ever did somebody, it wasn't really bad, but you said something, you know, maybe, and they went ape shit, and you're like, why did what I said didn't do that? Ain't no way in hell. You triggered a response. That's what we talk about, those trauma responses. And the amygdala is the loudest voice in your head. So somebody does something, and you might be like, I didn't like that. That felt a little weird. Like, why would they do that? The amygdala is screaming, fuck them. They did this to you. This motherfucker. Remember when we was 12 and that other thing happened? It's happening again. And if you listen to your amygdala, you go, no, you didn't. And now you're ready to jump down somebody's throat for saying good morning. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the amygdala does. It tricks us. And it makes you have irrational responses. Episodic memories get stored in the hippocampus as our stories. The interpretation of events with emotional responses attached. When we have an emotional response in the future, the amygdala immediately pulls from the episodic memories in the past, emotionally attached memories filed to decide how to respond. You see what I'm saying? So it'll go back to the worst. It'll take this example. Somebody critiques you. You take it as, you know, you think I could do better. That was honest criticism. The amygdala goes back to the moment of your worst critique ever, the one that broke you down into tears, and it gives you that emotion today. So you had a regular critique. They cared about you. They gave you some good advice. Your amygdala goes back to the most painful memory ever, and it gives you that emotion in the moment. So you know that wasn't that bad, but now you have this overwhelming emotion of hurt, betrayal, everything. And then you act on it in that moment because the amygdala will make you feel that.
Right.
The challenge is to feel it and go, it's a little extra.
But they always say take 10 seconds.
Amygdala.
Take 10 seconds, count to 10. That's why they tell you count to 10.
Facts.
So you think.
Now that I've explained it, I want to know if anybody's watching live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Have you experienced anything with your amygdala? Have you experienced this? Have you been like, man, my amygdala is going crazy on me too? Like, where have you been, Jack? While we waiting to hear back from everybody, do you have any experience either yourself or someone you know and love with because this is kind of like the untreated trauma when I was saying girls come healed, don't come to me all still fucked up, because women are like, if my ex did this, you're pulling back from that. This ain't today. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Jack? Have you experienced this? Have you seen it? Do you understand it?
I've definitely experienced that, and I have actually two stories. One, I've experienced it because, well, I'll tell you the story where I had to react before I think. So I had, in my early 20s, I had a stalker. And after the stalker, I took like literally 4 to 5 years just to work on myself, because I didn't want to go into a new situation thinking that whatever that person did in the past, that person is going to do to me again. Or if they do show those signs that I get, crazy, or I start, whoa, wait a minute, I don't like this. So I had to definitely do the work. Now, with somebody doing that on me, I dealt with someone where if I didn't call them in a certain amount of time, didn't text them good morning, didn't respond in the way that they wanted to respond, I was cheating on them. And I had to learn that was past trauma, because it didn't matter. It could be an argument. It could be, we have an argument, I go to work and I miss a call and I'm cheating. So it was things that I had to deal with, and I had to cut that off. I had to cut that person off, because I'm not about to deal with that. Because I'm a type of person, we can have different conversations. The first conversation is going to be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I don't know where this is not me. I'm not that person. So you got to treat me different. I can, I can be there with you. I can be with somebody that's through their healing process. But when it's 2, 3, 4 times after that, I'm out. Because now it's like it's something that you haven't dealt with internally, and I'm not about to deal with it. Because if that's your solution to everything, or you think that, and you're not looking at my character and the actions that I've shown you, that it's not going to happen that way, and I'm not giving you any reason for you to think that way, then I'm out. But yeah, it can be traumatizing, and it can bring you into their trauma. So you have to be careful with that too. So that's why I don't bleed on everybody that comes into your life with your trauma.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, what else can I say? You know what I mean? Facts.
Yeah.
And it's the amygdala. The amygdala is the thing that gives us that trigger response. And the best way to handle that is give yourself 5-10 minutes. You know what? Or 20 seconds. Just my therapist tell me to say, I'm not in danger right now. And when I felt that, because it's a feeling, it's like the switch, what do you call it? The switch was flipped, and people were seeing me, and they'd be like, everything was chilling, and something happened, and now it was on 10, like just like that is how they would describe it, because something triggered my amygdala. My amygdala said, fight, flight, or freeze. And I think one of the ways to get through that is to stop for a second, because you have your senses. Your senses speak to your prefrontal cortex, which is your logic. That speaks to your amygdala, your fears and your feelings. That speaks to your brainstem, which is how you act, your action. So let's say you see a dog. Logic brain says that's just a dog. Amygdala says, last time a dog barked, we got bit. Run! Which is how I broke my ankle. I saw a dinosaur in the rain and broke my ankle. I'm just telling the truth. Why it trips us up. The amygdala is fast but dumb. It can't tell the difference between real danger and imagined danger. That's why people get anxiety, panic attacks, or overreactions. It's the amygdala hijacking their system. And one of the books I read was by Dr. Faith G. Harper, called Unfuck Your. One is Unfuck Yourself, one is Unfuck Your Anxiety. And she cusses throughout the book, but it makes it a little bit more relatable, because she's just like, dog, stop that damn shit. Like, it's bullshit. And that's how the book reads. I had an audio book, so she was saying it. The little old white lady talking to me like that. Your connection to trauma and anxiety. Past traumas equal amygdala or head trigger. So if you do have a past trauma, your amygdala got a lot of shit to pull from. It's gonna pull from all them traumas. The amygdala saves emotionally attached memories. So even if you don't consciously remember a bad moment, your amygdala does. This is why people relive stuff or overreact. It's literally survival wiring. We playing old tapes. That's how you can just be chilling and then like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why is she doing that? Something, she was triggered. It took her all the way back to that old moment, and now she's in that emotion again and can't get out of it. You know,
and it doesn't have to be triggered by action. It could be triggered by a smell. It could be triggered by a song. So it could be like, and I, you know, I'm very sensitive to the people that have gone through this, but it could be like somebody that went through any sexual trauma, and it was a cologne or perfume that person had, and it might be somebody that they meet and they smell that. Nothing against the person, but so it could be triggered, definitely.
Absolutely. And Berg, what the hell you mean be right back? It's a live podcast. Right. Now, this is how you calm it down. You name it to tame it. Label what you're feeling. This is anxiety, danger. I told you guys, my therapist used to tell me to say, I'm not in danger right now. You know, if he feels like he's going through something like, this is chemical. Because nothing's bad right now. Why am I tripping? This is just chemical. This is my mind. This is the amygdala. This is just anxiety. Breathing. Long exhales trick the amygdala into thinking you're safe. And for the record, we gave the amygdala a really bad name, but the amygdala is only trying to protect you. But it is an overbearing protection. It's the cradle puppy syndrome. You love the puppy so much, you squeeze and hug it till you break its neck. You know, so the amygdala is trying to help you, it's trying to protect you, but it's terrible at it. Grounding, touch, taste, or notice your surroundings to remind your brain it's the present, not the past. Routine practice, meditation, exercise, or laughter equals keep the amygdala chill. Here's an example. You ever been mad at your boo for something that wasn't even about them? That's your amygdala pulling an old file on some past pain.
Yeah.
Or sports. That's why a QB who got sacked bad once gets jumpy when in the pocket. See somebody coming. So that's kind of Berg City back.
No, she said you just gonna get a snack. That's all.
You get a snack. Or maybe he lit a cigar. Or his amygdala told him to go. I definitely wanted to speak about that. Shout out to Randy T. It's a man on Monday. He has sent us something about the amygdala. And I was like, dog, do you know how much I've studied this? Because when I was going through my traumas and my anxiety and I was in therapy, I learned so much about the amygdala. Oh my God, I read so many books. I've done so much stuff. Jack was like, kickback convo this week. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
Randy
thank you, Randy.
Information. It was Jack's idea to discuss it this week. So we decided to discuss it. I mean, the podcast, A Pod Named Kickback, is about growth and development in the areas, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. That is the main cusp of this podcast. Then, after we give you something that you can really chew on, pause, we go on to the biggest stories of the week because we still got to know what's going on around us.
Exactly.
You know, we want to heal and develop and become our best selves, but we also have to be aware of the world around us. And Jack, I'm going to give you the last word on this before we get into the world around us. Anything you want to end this with?
Getting into the world around us, make sure you work on yourself, because if you don't, then the world around you is going to direct your life.
That is unfortunate fact. And now let's get into... Let's go into our viral story of the week. I don't know what to say about this.
Take a breath.
Yes, joke just went viral.
Hey, inside the music. That's right. That part.
Shout out to Inside the Music. Don't be surprised you get a call and be on the podcast one random day
Yeah, because I want to pick her brain because she's in the music. She's a DJ, so I love. She sees it front and center.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch this up a little bit because that is an excellent point. We have some great music out right now. And I
Got to get her take on it.
Yeah, gotta get. So we're about to talk about the Ciara album, Teyana Taylor album, BigXthaPlug, everybody. So having said that, get ready inside the music. But before we get into the music, I'm gonna talk about the music artists. I was minding my business. I'm gonna take off my glasses so y'all can see what I'm saying. I was minding my business, just scrolling through Instagram. What's going on? Is some dude in tighty whities like next? And then I was like, it's on the shade room too. Why is this dude naked? Next. It's on Hollywood Unlocked too. Who the fuck is this naked dude? Let me click. Who is this? What's going on? Nas X walking down the streets of Hollywood. That's on Nas X. Why he naked? He got on boot. What the fuck are you doing? What is Lil Nas X doing? And I sat there was like, is he high? Is he okay? Is this marketing? Is he trying to promote an album? Is this album coming out too? Like, why is he naked on my timeline? And why are they videotaping him? And why is everybody posting it? Then the next day they say he was taking a therapy over a drug overdose. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. But I do know Lil Nas X be trolling. I mean, he the dude that in the video dropped from heaven and went to hell and landed on the devil's dick and was riding him, which is just weird to do a music video that way. But he did it. You know, is he really gay? Is he not gay? That was another troll. I guess we'll never know. But that video of him in his drawers in cowboy boots walking down the street was at the very least disturbing. If nothing else, Jack would make sense of this shit. What the hell going on?
That made me raise an eyebrow. And because you never know these days if it's trolling, if it's true. But we have seen in the past where celebrities have these same instances been in the street. We've seen with Martin Lawrence. We've seen with, I don't know if you guys heard about this a long time ago, Blue Cantrell. It's a lot of artists that we've heard that had these same instances on the streets of LA, out of their minds, acting erratically, irrational, and then being admitted to the hospital. So my prayers do go out to him. If this is trolling, this is not the way to do it because there's a lot of people that are really actually going through stuff like this. But if it was something serious, my prayers go out to him and his family because it might be a cry for help.
Yeah, that's a love boat activity. On the West Coast, they call it Sherm. I don't know what they call it on the East Coast. In DC, we call it love boat. But like, you smoking formaldehyde, the embalming fluid, when you smoking on your blunt, you put it on your cigarette.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
ECP. Everybody that smoke that shit used to get naked. That's their main thing. They just get naked.
Yeah.
They used to call it the butt naked. Oh, you smoking that butt naked? Because whoever smoked it, for some reason, they just got naked. And I still don't know why. I don't know. But yeah, like you said, if it's not a rollout, if this isn't something to get attention, and this is really, there's a real mental health issue, is amygdala fucking with him, then definitely need prayers for him. You know what I'm saying? And positive energy and healing.
Yes.
Yeah, like it was like, I mean, it was, I guess it was supposed to be a fan videotaping them, and the fan was like, why are you
playing? No, anybody trying to get likes and clout. Let's not even just call it a fan.
Well, yeah, exactly. And he was in this gay mode, like, stop filming me. I told you. You know, he was in full.
Yeah, he danced. He did a little dance, and he did a little dance.
He was like, "You're so taping." Yeah, he was fabulous as the case was.
He kept asking the person that was filming, make sure you go to the party. Why aren't you at the party? Why are you still here? You symbolize this, but again, prayers go out to Lil Nas X and his family.
Yeah, for real. Because if something's really wrong, I don't want to make light of it. I want to be sensitive to that. So, definitely good energy. And I guess the best way to new Teyana Taylor and Lucky Day in your phones right now.
Got a few questions for you.
Now, I can't just play this for you because then Teyana gonna get my video flagged.
Right.
Jack gonna be on the street corner begging for likes. So
Inside the music, say that's her song. Okay.
You don't give a fuck about losing. Was at home, so now I'm gone.
Now there's a song that Jack hit me to last week. See?
Yes.
I'm so froze like a popsicle, but I'm hot when I walk through the club. I don't care about that shit, that yap, that talk. They know what's up. She's so clicky.
Keep it moving because I don't want them to put none of our shit down. So let's keep it moving. This is Offset. Oh, that was Offset.
Bitch so bad, I'm stuttering. Put her on the PJ, the group chat, loving her. Go y'all luggage, the bag in the bucket. What's a meal to a nigga? Spin this shit like I ain't got bills, little nigga. I spin this shit, nigga.
Oh, she got songs for women going through a divorce. I hear you inside the music, but you know who else got music for the fellas going through a breakup?
BigXthaPlug.
BigXthaPlug got a whole album, a whole breakup country music album, and I didn't know it was country music. It's called "I Hope You're Happy," and I'll play "I Hope You're Happy." It's a rap country music album.
I hope you're happy.
If you my ex and I say I hope you're happy, I'm lying. I don't mean it. Well, if I say I hope you're happy, that probably means I hope you're not happy.
And I had you.
Unless you my ex, like my ex called in tonight on the podcast, all that shit. I hope you're happy. I sincerely do.
And waste all your time. And I hope you're happy.
That's Darius Rucker. What band was he with? Hootie and the Blowfish?
Don't give me the line.
That's not the music I know you know. Darius Rucker is Hootie and the Blowfish, right?
Say how you doing? It's been a minute. I hope you cool. Shit, how you living? I seen you here.
Inside the music, listen. No.
That's my thing. I can't get into the country music.
You said the same thing. You said the same
thing. Before the episode started, I think it can be successful for him. He has a lot of big country artists on it, like some of the biggest, Jelly Roll and a whole bunch of Darius Rucker, a whole bunch of cats. So I think it will be successful for him. And I love the concept of his album, which is, I Hope You're Happy, which is, it's a breakup album. So I feel that. I'm just not a fan of country music. So I'm a BigXthaPlug fan. Out of all the music that dropped, I went to his album first. I played it before CC. I played it before TT. I played it before Ghostface. I played it before Chance the Rapper. Like I played Big X, and then somebody told me it's a country album, and I was like,
I'm with you inside the music. I do love his music.
So that's exactly where I am inside the music. Literally, I love his music, but this lane is a no for me. But I wish him success. That is exactly how I feel, and I think he's going to be successful because it's a country album, and that's what we're on right now, Cowboy Carter. But Teyana Taylor's album is out. That song with Lucky Day I played earlier. Let me make sure I shout out all the names of all these projects. So we got BigXthaPlug, I Hope You're Happy. We got Mariah the Scientist. Now, my nephew hit me to Mariah the Scientist. I didn't know who she was. I knew she was Young Thug girlfriend, but that's all I know. But here's a little snippet of her.
That you walk in the air you breathe. I just let them talk, but it bothers
it's straight R&B. Ryder Sanchez, I thought she was a rapper. She makes straight R&B, like real R&B. And her album is out. So you got her, Teyana Taylor, and Ciara. Those are 3 major R&B projects that have dropped. Chance the Rapper, who I'm not the biggest fan of. I know I can tell when you make a good song, but I ain't the biggest fan of the nigga. His album fire. Chance the Rapper.
What sample is that? Does it have a sample? That sounds like a sample.
It is a sample. 100% is a sample.
Okay.
I can't tell you the exact.
Inside the music, do you know that sample?
Yeah, since you know music as well as me, what's that sample inside the music? I'll play it for you again.
Out of rainbow coalition, that's a soul intention, that's the mango. Cold under pressure, turning Tommy.
He said that's what I was about to ask. So look, we all want to say, no, it's a sample.
Right. I want y'all to hear something. The first person, except for Jack, that can tell me whose album this is, I'm going to give you. I'll give you a coupon. I'll give you a gift card. Tell me who this artist is. Skip through some.
I'd be surprised if anybody guessed that. I'd be surprised.
Somebody tell me who that is. You want to hear the end of the song? What this is?
Oh, you want me to say something, or you want to reveal it?
Oh, it must be YouTube. Oh, we're having some issues. That's
Big KC, no, it's you.
Let me turn the volume down a little bit. Let me try it again.
It says distorted.
Oh, damn. I don't know why it's coming across distorted. It was a jazz song. Let me see if I play another one.
It's all jazz, y'all.
Is this? Can you hear this one? Still
no, it's not PJ Morton.
PJ Morton is a really good guess, but I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a gangster rapper / producer. That's a really fuck your head up. It's a gangster rapper / producer. That's their album, Jazz. And I'm mad that it was distorted and you couldn't hear it. I'm pissed off about that. But I mean, nobody's gonna ever guess it. So it is. Are we still choppy? Like our sound is choppy?
I think the song they were saying when you played it.
Okay. It's new. It's been out for like 2 weeks. It's only been out like I think 2 weeks to the most. No, it dropped Friday. Yeah, it sounds like Glasper. Nope. Gotta think gangster rap. Gotta think gangster rap.
They won a Grammy.
Definitely won a Grammy. Won an Oscar too. And that was the ultimate clue. If I say they won an Oscar, that's the ultimate clue.
Right.
I know people are listening on Monday and Tuesday like, who the hell is it? Tell us. Why are you making us wait? Well, we're making you wait because we are live. And we're still choppy? What could have just happened? they're saying that the sound is choppy. So if we're still choppy,
I don't know why we sound
something
choppy.
must have happened.
The style of the
I don't know what
podcast or the music he was playing, y'all?
You're about to make me go listen to the podcast. Now I want to know. Well, is it us? And if you're listening to this 3 days later, you're like, what are they talking about? Nothing was choppy. Sorry, we're live. People, they comment.
There you go, Big
I'm about to listen
Casey.
to it.
Okay. Big Casey
Days later,
guessed it.
like, what are they talking about?
I
Nothing was
mean,
choppy.
he's a
Sorry,
part of that, but you
we're
still gotta
live.
name the artist.
They comment.
There you go, Big
I'm about to listen
Casey.
to it. Okay, everything is choppy. Let me unplug something. Let me see. What we gotta do here? Because I don't like it. So what if I do take that off? Oops, I done cut somebody off Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Still sound choppy, y'all?
Are we good now? Or are we still choppy? I think the earth is choppy. I think it's the planet. I think it's the planet Earth. I think it's the planet Earth. Are we better now? Okay, we're better now.
Inside the music says yes.
All right. And it wasn't us inside music. It was the planet Earth and Burger. Burger was behind all that choppiness. And Burger always doing something. Burger, stop doing stuff all the time. You worse.
Burger was close. Burger was the one.
Burger worse than the amygdala. Oh, she said nobody's back. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. What if I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's the mayor.
It's the final answer.
I don't even remember what the fuck story is.
She said, keep it right there.
We still talking about music.
She said, keep it right there.
I'm great now. Boom. So, having said that, we know it's a lot of good music out. The artist that did the jazz is Juicy J of 3 6 Mafia. He put out this album. There are only maybe 2 songs that actually have raps on them. One he did with Black Thought, and it was called Please Stop the Violence in Hip Hop, which I was like, that's the name of your song. Please Stop the Violence in Hip Hop. And not that I'm mad at it, but he says, like, straight up, I care about our kids. And we're doing too much killing, too much dying, too much beefing. And I wanted to stop. And I was like, damn, Juicy J, you made a jazz album and you got a message for the people?
Message?
Like, I was floored. I'm going to try to play it. I hope I don't fuck up the sound.
Right.
I'm going to try. Juicy J, everybody, featuring Black Thought. Song is called Please Stop the Violence in Hip Hop. Can y'all hear it okay?
Hey man, I'm trying to say to kids, bro, if I can. Tell y'all some real shit, man, some knowledge, man. Here we go. Fuck around, take it too far. Playing with them pistols, permanent scars. I got some issues, humbled by God. I ask for forgiveness. How many murders have you actually witnessed? That shit broke up my pride and damaged my spirit, shattered my heart.
And I gotta turn it down a little bit because the police are watching. They don't flag this. But I think it's important to let y'all hear this shit.
You spent your whole life looking over your shoulder. You killed your op, but the beef still ain't over. It's just a cycle that's going over and over. They tell us about global warming, meanwhile the streets just get colder. Killer be killed. No
this nigga mentioned global warming in his song. Juicy J ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah. So we got 2 thumbs up from the comments.
Imagine one day it might come back on you. 5 years later, you done forgot all your victim faces. You kicking it with your partner, you ain't know that they related. You shot his nephew, that's something you can't take back. And today is the day that he plan to get his payback. Fuck around, take it too far. Playing with them pistols, permanent scar.
And it's like, Man, I love the message. And Juicy J, I can't say he's been like a negative influence in music, but 3 6 Mafia, that is 666. And some of his club songs tear the club up. Juicy J, 3 6 Mafia made me want to smack somebody. They trigger my amygdala. Their music triggered my amygdala. Had me ready to get crunk. But I love what he's doing. And it's jazz, y'all. It's only like 2 raps on the whole album. It's just all instrumental music. It's a
love
beautiful
substance.
work,
I went inside the music. I love substance. Love substance. That's what's missing in these songs a lot today.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's a shit ton of music. Oh, I would be remiss if I didn't play something from my favorite out of all this shit. Well, actually, Teyana Taylor is up there, and I didn't like her. I will say this: she did a lot of skits, kind of like the Jasmine Sullivan album Hotels, where it was all these different celebrities doing skits. She kind of duplicated that. She got Taraji P. Henson and a bunch of different celebrities on there doing skits. What pissed me off about Teyana's album is those skits are like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes long. And I'm like, bruh, I want to listen to the music. I appreciate being artistic. I appreciate, trying to be different and painting a story. I don't appreciate 2-minute interludes after every song. Like, it's just too much. But the music is great. And I really, really enjoy the music. See, inside the music, you hearing me? So we like 4 for 4. We like 4 for 4. The only thing we don't agree on is religion. But anyway, so we're 4 for 5. But having said that, my favorite listen of the weekend, all the albums drop on Fridays. Ghostface.
Yeah, we back at it again, baby.
Ghost.
Hey, yo, do me a favor, yo, shut those blinds.
Wu-Tang.
Count this money over here, yeah. Yo, where that wine at? Yeah, I need that Sequoia Grove and shit. On Africa, she knew when she was bringing me fruit, learn my vernacular. Start stowing the cape like Dracula. Chris Cartier's, Sydney Portier, 1942, Bustle 38. Forgive me, I hopped over.
I'm gonna tell y'all, my albums of the year so far, the Clipse, Larry June and 2 Chainz and The Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Alfredo 2, J.I.D.
Definitely J.I.D.
Definitely. Chance is creeping up there. He ain't quite there yet, but he's really close. And Ghostface. Like, dog, the 50-year-old rappers are killing this year.
Can I just put it out there as well, y'all? If you want to look at a group of men that have uplifted, supported each other throughout the years and still look good to this day, Wu-Tang.
Going to the podcast and look at me.
Hats off. That's what really, these artists now, that's what, when you have a group, that's how you want to look at 50 years old down the line when you've been in the game with the same people that you came up with. They all look good. They all look good. They all look healthy. They just all look happy and peaceful. Man, I commend them.
Inside the music, I didn't see what Cam did for Ghost album. So let me know. Let me know. I don't know what he did. But I mean,
yes, Big KC, real rap is back. I'm ready for it. I'm embracing all real rap.
No bull. Now from the Clipse, he didn't start it because all these other guys were putting out albums. They knew their albums were coming out. But the Clipse album set the pace or the tone, and by coincidence, all these other albums were coming later in the year. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. 2025 is going to be the greatest year for rap and R&B since like 1996. Tupac, the Fugees, Jodeci, Boyz II Men. I'm telling you, like the Mariah the Scientist, not many people know about. Get her damn album. It is good as R&B. Teyana Taylor pissed me off with all them interludes, but it is good as R&B. Ciara, I mean, shout out to CC and Russell Wilson. He bought her masters, bought her out her deal. And then they took their money and created this album, and it's bop after bop after bop. And I think they independent. I don't think Ciara on a record label. It's her label.
I don't think so.
Great music, man.
Yes.
Biggie, exactly, Burger. Biggie, can't forget Biggie. Wu-Tang. You know, back then in that era, we still had Big Daddy Kane was still dropping shit. Rakim was still coming out. You still get a KMS project. 1996, all of them, it was the old school meet what was considered then the new school. All of them was together. Mary J. Blige, Grand Poobah, Jodeci, like all of that was that year. And I'm telling you, 2025 is slick that year. You definitely need to get the Ciara album, man.
Yes.
I expected to like Teyana's album more than Ciara's, but it's close. It's close. I went into it knowing I'm like Teyana more because it's Teyana.
And this is like, for me, for Ciara, this is like perfect because she's not a strong singer, and this is no shade, but she's a great performer and dancer. So the TikTok challenge, she can kill it with this album because she's a dancer. So I think this is right up her alley. Like promotion, she's been throwing out videos, visuals. She is doing her thing. I'm very proud of Ciara.
Absolutely. I'm trying
it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both inside the music.
Ciara, CC.
She got it from the mud. She's so much further now compared to back when she was.
Then she got.
Hold on, don't be lazy. You wanna throw it all back. Don't be slow to react.
Oh, I love this visual for this. I see that.
Let me see. Oh, I let down. Cannot live again. I wait. So when the babies go to sleep, come get on me. And when we get to round three,
Ciara's on a bop, man. I'm telling you. But there's a lot of good music. If you guys don't have time, I can't listen to all this shit. No, you gave me too many albums. I don't know what to do. The A Pod Named Kickback playlist is in the description. It is 3 hours. I try to keep it right at 3 hours, but it's music from all these different amazing artists. I just, I update it every single Friday, and it's new music and it's good music, and there's a couple oldies but goodies on there that I keep on it as well. So this is a playlist you could play at the cookout, at the kickback, at the game night. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all make sure y'all go download it.
You fuck around here a little bit.
Right. You're right.
I do own the rights to this music.
So silly. You're right.
You know what I'm talking about? Who Burger talking about?
He says that Yo Gotti's about to drop.
Oh man. Burger, Yo Gotti, and Pusha T are the only niggas I want to hear that from nonstop. But Yo Gotti, he usually diversifies his portfolio. So I would hope it's some substance there.
Especially after everything that's been going on, I would hope.
Just lost his brother. He makes songs about his mother and family, and he it's gonna be some drugs. It's gonna be some drugs in there too, though. We know that. It's Yo Gotti. If you don't say drugs, he gonna say making money. It's gonna be a bunch of making money music. But I can't wait for Yo Gotti to drop. Yo Gotti has become one of my favorites, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Definitely. That nigga spoke into existence. His relationship with Angela Simmons. That's what I've been trying to do with Ashanti all these years. I couldn't do it. He did it. You know what? I respect it.
Well, they're not together no more.
Well, no, but hey, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never got nothing more than a birthday shout out.
Yeah.
As we turn the corner.
Yeah, let's holler at your home. What your homeboy doing now?
Lord have mercy. Even though he was
just exactly what he doing now.
Exactly inside the music. I feel like everybody need to move on from drug rap except Pusha T and your guy and all the Griselda niggas. Griselda niggas can talk all that shit forever. But
let's change the banner for your homie.
Yeah, we're gonna change the banner. We gotta talk about.
I'm sick of him.
We gotta talk about Jack's old her old cuck.
No, he just went to your hometown. That's your home.
Oh, you call him your cuck.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Donald Duck. Y'all President Donald Duck. I don't know what his deal is, man. I just work here, man. I just work here. He's been going, I can't even pull it up. And while I'm trying to pull it up on Instagram, all I'm seeing is ass cheeks. This is my algorithm is crazy. My algorithm is just crazy right now, dog. Like it is crazy. Donald Duck, which I thought I just wait a minute.
And I told you, I did not tell you what we talked about. As I said, he's gonna start with DC, and he's gonna be his reason to go to these other cities.
I saw the play coming a mile away. I was very encouraged that the governor of Maryland said, nope, we're not going for it. We know what you're trying to do. We're just not going for it. I'm going to let Gavin talk to him.
He opened, Governor, to a Trump decision to move federal troops, military personnel into Baltimore along the same lines as he's done here in Washington, D.C.
I would not be open to it, and I do not find it to be mission critical nor mission aligned. And it's something that I take very seriously. Whereas as someone who's actually worn the uniform of this country, unlike the president of the United States, as someone who had to deploy, as someone who's had to say goodbye to my families, as someone who understands to be able to mobilize and deploy, it is something that I take very seriously, especially understanding that these are citizen soldiers. These are people who have other jobs. And these are people who also have other missions that they have to attend to. Because right now, we have a storm that's coming up the East Coast that we have all of our people on standby to make sure that everyone is going to be safe. But instead of that, we now have members of the National Guard from states around the country who are patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C., doing a function that they are not trained for. So no, if you look at the work we are doing and the results that we are showing, knowing that there's more work to be done, but that we're actually working together to accomplish it. There is not a need for members of the National Guard to patrol our municipal areas. That's what local law enforcement is for. And I will not authorize members of the Maryland National Guard to take on a mission like this if I do not deem it to be mission critical.
Would you be open?
See, we talk about masculine men. I love the governor, man. He said, look, I ain't with it. We ain't coming here with that bullshit. I ain't authorizing it, and I ain't going for it. Straight like that.
How about we talk about them Epstein files? How about that?
How about that? Did you see what he said today? Trump was like, the press want to talk about this and because it's a distraction and I'm going to release the files. No, you're not. Because we all know you.
There was no files. Now there's some files.
Right, now there's files again. You know what you want. And we put his feet to the fire. Where the files at? I don't want you going in D.C. They're going to Georgetown where there is no damn crime. Like you're policing Georgetown. I think it's Georgetown.
Like he's saying, but like the mayor of Baltimore says, we got a storm coming. That is, listen, we need that for the storm. Like, what is y'all doing?
They talking to the Hispanic community. I believe it, man. And you know, I don't. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't know what else to say, but it's disgusting. They just pick a demographic to target and to abuse and to mistreat, and that's just what they do. And y'all know who the fuck they is.
Yeah.
They pick a demographic. You're the enemy now. We're on you. We're attacking you, and we're doing this to you. And that's what they're doing. And I'm definitely not a fan. Oh, I believe it. I believe the youngers in the city I've been watching the videos on the internet. Like, Officer Johnson, what you doing? What you doing? Why y'all out here? You want? One dude was like, I'm about to cook out tomorrow. Y'all gonna come back and get some chicken?
I've seen that one.
I was like, y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax. I was gonna say, mind your P's and Q's if you're in the DMV and all of these other places that Trump is trying to deploy the National Guard. Be mindful. Don't be a hero. Don't be disrespectful. Don't. Just make sure you make it home.
Because the next city he's saying is Chicago.
Right. There's nothing going on that is worth you not making it home to prove a point. Make it back home. All my youngers that's watching and listening and take any advice from any of us. Your job is to get back home. That's it. Make it into the house. Make it into the apartment. What you just say, Jack?
So the next city that he's targeting is Chicago.
Oh, yeah. And he talking about the black women in Chicago are begging him to come there. Ain't no black woman ever begged you to come nowhere.
Oh, we ain't talking about your homie Oprah, okay?
Right. We're not talking about that. Yeah. And this is crazy because, DC, my hometown, born and raised, and, a lot of our listeners are in the DMV area. And like inside the music says, some people I know in DC decided to stay inside completely out of fear of being targeted.
That's sad.
That's real. That's real. That's what they wanted the glizzy. Right. And one of the officers like, I don't eat glizzy's paws. I was like, all right. I got it. You a little bit. But I remember, I told you guys, I lived in Mayfair from like 84 to 88, some shit. Second grade to sixth grade, whatever that is. And I remember the National Guard being there. I remember them driving down the street in tanks. We talked about this last week. I remember the Nation of Islam had to come and help us. I remember that. They wouldn't let me leave school. You know what I'm saying? Unless an adult could come get me. And my mother worked 2 jobs every day. So she couldn't come get me. Teacher had to drive me home. Nation of Islam walked me home. That's why I love the Nation so much. They was literally there for me.
Because he is a black woman on TikTok asking him to come to Chicago.
That one black woman.
So he went from one black woman to all black women.
Right. Gertrude. Gertrude ran the red hat. Gertrude ain't even invited.
And how much do they pay her to make that TikTok?
Exactly.
The White House on TikTok now.
Ain't nobody think about you, Gertrude. Ain't nobody thinking nothing about you. Now I want to get this up out of here because we got a big week ahead of us. But I do want to shout out, and I actually had given this young gentleman the Nipsey Hussle Award for a whole different reason. Now I'm gonna add more to it. But Nipsey, tee us up.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you on a marathon, so.
Marathon.
I just seen this story too.
It's a marathon. Shout out to Shador Sanders, man. Y'all know Deion Sanders is one of my favorite players. I know I'm familiar with his daughter, DeAndre. She's a friend of the podcast. Now back to Shador. Shador's jersey is sold like over $250 million in revenue. And with his deal, Shador gets $12 million of that. The retailer gets an amount, the NFL gets an amount, whatever. But Shador Sanders' jersey is flying off the shelves. He's a star. And he didn't get that first round pick money, but with the NIL, with his damn jersey sales, already made $12 million. That was why I wanted to give him the Nipsey Hussle Award. And playing the game. And the rule was Flacco would play the first quarter and half of the second. Right. The other rookie then would play half of the second to the middle of the third. And then Shador would play the middle of the third to the end of the game. Shador took a couple sacks, didn't have his best outing. But it's a competitive game that was down by 1 point with 2 minutes left. They got the ball back. Shador puts on his helmet, ready to go out there to finish the game, and they stop him. He's not going back out there. And he sent out this random rookie, this random free agent to play the last 2 minutes. And it's like, y'all just fucking with him. Y'all are just doing whatever you can. The person they sent out there yesterday, they cut him today. He's not even on the team. So why not let Shador go out there and see what he could do? Because if he would have led that comeback victory, the media, the fans would have been in a frenzy, and you'd have had to answer questions as to why you're not playing them. I hate the way the NFL is doing Shedeur Sanders and the way the Cleveland Browns are doing him. NFL Eric Dickerson just went on his social media platform and said that he was told by an NFL insider that their job was to teach Shedeur a lesson. The plan was to have him not be drafted at all. Have him come in as an undrafted free agent and figure it out. And then the person that was behind the Shedeur boycott called Cleveland and was like, y'all can go ahead and take him in the 5th round. The point has been proven. That's bullshit. That's Bama shit. I stopped watching the NFL when they did Colin Kaepernick. Don't make me start watching again. It's ridiculous the way they're doing them. But I'm an underdog that perseveres through adversity.
Yep.
So I'm loving this story. I want to see Shedeur go get everything they try to take from him.
Yep.
So I'm still watching. But I don't like it. And sending all the most wonderful energy I could send to Shedeur Sanders. I'm rooting for you, big dog. Do your thing. Jack, I'm going to talk
Y'all
to you.
are. We all are. We all rooting for you. So listen, we kings and queens out here. We always come across challenges. We always come across people that are against us. So he's going to always persevere over it. He has a great father. He has a great person in his corner. So he'll be all right.
Facts. And I want to shout out the champions, Michael Beasley and the Miami, I think it was the 305 from Ice Cube's Big Three League.
Okay.
They won the championship today.
Okay.
Michael Beasley,
Congratulations.
Saying they're probably the best duo in the league, and they're now Big Three champions. Beasley dropped 25 points and 12 rebounds. Lance Stevenson had 14 points and 9 rebounds, and Mario Chalmers hit the game-winning three-pointer. So shout out to the Big Three League. They're having another successful season. Shout out to the Miami 305 for being the current champions. And Michael Beasley just keeps shitting on people. They keep keeping him out the league, and he just keeps, I'll just win somewhere else. You want to let me in the NBA? I'll go win the Big Three. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep winning. Having said that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, being here with us. There's a lot of good music. Again, that A Pod Named Kickback playlist has it. Download the playlist on Apple. You can listen to it. It's really that simple. Let the goal be to make this week the best week of our life. It is also Kobe Day, August 24th, 8/24. You already know Kobe wore the jersey 8 and the jersey 24. And his birthday is like a day or two ago. So this is like Kobe weekend. So rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to his daughter, Gianna. And it's 8/24. Well, some of you listening to this tomorrow, so 8/25. But no, yesterday, which was today, it was 8/24. Shout out, rest in peace to Kobe. And Jack, I'm gonna toss it to you to get your final words while I figure out if there's anything I would like to add.
Well, you guys, the season is changing. Next week, I know here in Georgia, it's about to get real cold. It's not going to get real cold, but the seasons are changing. So our mornings are going to be like 60s, but it usually be like 70, 80. So seasons are going to be changing. So make sure you are up on your elderberry, your sea moss, you're drinking your tea. Make sure you're cleaning your house, decluttering your house, bleaching down everything, cleaning everything, because you just want to make sure that you are boosting your immune system and your house is in order, so that when you send your little ones out, their immune systems are boosted, because there's a lot of diseases that are happening. I don't know what the fall and winter is going to bring us this year. We're going to have any new diseases, new COVID or whatever. So keep oranges in your house. All my moms out there, keep some oranges in your house so that the kids are keeping their vitamin C up. Make sure they're taking their vitamins, and adults, make sure you're taking your vitamins as well as you're keeping, make sure the kids are. That's my thoughts.
Boom. And I was going to save this, but I'm not. I'm going to share this with you guys now. The other day, I came up with, it's a philosophy. One of my bros used to always say, I wish he was an athlete. You know, like we had to play through a broken leg or play through a broke finger or play through being tired. because it's like another level I think you can get to. And I can get to that level when I'm doing something I love. If it's podcasting, I'll get to that level. If it's rapping, I'll get to that level. You know, whatever it is, and things I love, I'll get to that extra level. But on things that I don't love, sometimes I don't get to that extra level. And I was like, it's like, you know, being an athlete, but like a life lead. I was like, life lead. I like that. A life lead is not just living. He's competing for his destiny. A life lead is someone who trains their mind, heart, and spirit with the same intensity that athletes train their bodies. We bring the discipline, toughness, and endurance of sports into the game of life. And I'm going to leave you with that. It's more to it, but I just want to introduce that thought. I think we should all be life leads. I think this is the opportunity for us to kind of take control of our lives, get to exactly where we want, being a life lead. You see how Kobe trained, the Mamba mentality. But that's not just basketball. Have it in life as well. Kobe said, if I get up an extra 2 hours in the morning and I work on an extra 2 hours at night, I gain, 30-something hours a week on the average person. They ain't going to catch up to me. If I do an extra 30, 40 hours of training every week for 4 years, I'm 4 years ahead of you. You'll never catch up to me. And I think sometimes being in our soft life era, we forget to go that hard. I'm just challenging everybody, including myself. Let's go that hard this next week. Let's be life.
Go hard.
Let's be
starting tomorrow. Let's go hard.
Life leads. And we'll check in next week and see where everybody is with it. I'll break down the life lead thing in more detail. I wanted to introduce it this week and encourage you guys to subscribe to the Vibe, whether it's subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification bell so you get notification every week. Subscribe on Apple and Spotify and Audible and Amazon so you get the audio every week. The Patreon, Kickback Travels, talking about all these different locations, Kickback Conversations. That's that with Jack, Sexual Health. And I want to make sure it's more than sex. We're going to talk some freaky shit. I'm going to make sure we can try some freaky shit in there too. Need some tips on if you rub it this way. But no.
Oh Lord.
you know me. But I'm gonna make sure we get you some
demonstrations.
Well, I want y'all to have a great week, man. Be your best self. That's it. And remember, when your amygdala starts lying to you, you are not in danger. You are not in danger.
Famous words from New. You are not in danger.
And if you start thinking about the past, and oh my God, why not? Slow
it down.
You did the best you could with the information you had. Now you have more information, you could do better. True. But we're not beating ourselves up over past mistakes. It's a mistake. Be your best self, man. And we ain't doing a whole lot of that. I only got 2 cards. Draw 4, Uno, the color is green. We out. We almost, so I can't get to the end button.
Look, we almost out.